everybody. How are you doing today? It's Tuesday at 4 o'clock, which means it is time for Tipsy-less Tuesday. It's Tipsy-less because I'm doing this as more of a tutorial, you guys. So we're not going to chit-chat. There are some new rice papers that I'll show you at some point. But we're going to get pretty much right to it, and we're super excited. So this is going to be a 2-week project, and there's a method to my madness, and I'm going to tell you why. Oh, getting my hair did Thursday, so you're welcome that I have a hat on because whew, bad news. All right, this is said Snowman, and over a 2-week period, we are going to make this adorable little guy. In a minute, I'm going to tell you all the ins and outs of what you need and stuff like that. And as always, I reserve the right to change my mind, but I am going to replicate this as close as possible. Just like you can't totally replicate what someone else has done, I cannot replicate what I've done exactly. So this is what we're going to use. I'm going to show you how I did it. We appreciate you so much. I'm starting with a 12 by 16 inch board. So this board is 12 this way, 16 this way, and it's 1/2 inch. Normally it's 1/2 inch sanded interior plywood, but the really helpful young man at the HD grabbed sanded birch. It's more expensive, so get the sanded plywood, but I was so grateful that he was cutting it that I was totally fine with whatever he grabbed. So I'm going to put this somewhere where I can see it, which is right there. And we're going to talk about supplies that I'm using. So I already talked about the 12 by 16 inch sanded interior plywood. Use any board. You can use a canvas. You're just going to probably need to put something under the canvas so it doesn't bow while you're doing some of these steps. I used, if you look at this, it says Stay Cozy. That is from the Cozy Stamp. So I was thrilled to have another use. We already made gift cards. And if you look, there are also snowflakes on the back of this that would look super cute on this board. So that's what I used for that. And drum roll, his little arms. You guys made the best guesses. So much more creative. Oh, we got more stars. Thank you. So you were way more creative than I. I was thrilled that I thought of this. But I used from the branches and vines. I thought it was a great idea. You guys came up with better ideas, but you can paint them in too. So you don't need to get that. Just if you bought this and you're like, I wish I had a use for it, this is your use, snowman arms. So I'm going to set that down.
Thank you, Mary.
And then
More stars.
do you mind just getting a paper bundle, Pam? And we'll show them. So I'm going to show you what's in the paper bundle. Thank you for the stars. So I'm going to show you what's in the paper bundle. And again, you can use any papers. You can use scrapbook paper. You can use tissue paper. I hand selected these papers.
There you go.
And had Monahan print them for me specifically for this project. And I only have them available in the bundle because I want to keep them, you know, like together so that I don't run out of one. So here is the template that will be in if you order the 5 paper bundle. So, and it's marked bottom, middle, and head. It was before I knew I was going to do this. So this was like notes to self, you know. But then the worst part is I did not label the scarf, and when I cut it out, I always want to put it on sideways, which that's sideways. So that's the top of the scarf, and I already had my hubby make copies for you guys. So, and then Everybody thinks that's a t-shirt. It's a hat, this. So that's the hat. What I did, do it any way that you want. My bottom layer that I used was this paper. I had 35 papers in my cart, trying to figure out how I wanted. What's that song? Do you want to build a snowman? So that's why I don't sing. So one of the things that's really cool about this paper is the writing in it. So bringing that into the bottom part of your snowman's really kind of cool, but you may be like, Lisa, I don't like that. You want more of the plain. I'm guessing you can get at least 2, probably 3 snowman bases out of that paper. Then the second layer is this one. And this is my second layer because the scarf goes over it. And the scarf went really well with layer 2. Then his little head is this paper. And I did like bringing some script in. It kind of mimics like the eyes or where a nose might be. And then this paper I used for the hat. Super fun. And then this is the scarf. So those are the 5 papers along with the template. And I wrote on there 12 by 16 wood. I just don't know why I didn't put this end up for scarf. The hat, I think, is pretty obvious. So thanks, Pam. And we've sold quite a few, you guys, but I still have plenty left. I had, I think I have 35 or 40 sets. So I think we've sold a dozen before we came on here. All right, we're gonna get started. So, background colors. Let's see what we got here. It's gonna take me one quick hot minute. And I know I'm gonna have to move my lighting. And
Jesse, I'm almost on time. You're here.
we are going to do the entire background, which is not what I normally do. Normally, I do it in stages, but that's as high as I can go, you guys. And let's see, that's in the way. Can I move that? All I see is a list of things.
Oh, well, gee.
I gotta move my light, you guys.
Where'd it go?
Is the light out of the way? No, the light's not going to be out of the way, but it's not in the way of the canvas, at least. That's as high as I can go.
Okay.
So, the only other thing is I could go over my shoulder, but the chances of me losing the feet are really good if I do that. So, we got this. So, I started with just a coat of White Swan, and I put the White Swan on the edges. And this is where we end up. So I want to show you what colors are in here. There's some Bohemian Blue right down here. That's the first color I'm going to do. Then I have some Gravel Road, Prairie Grey. That gets used quite a bit because it goes on my snowman too. Black Velvet. We do not use the barnwood stamp. We're going to do that. It's so easy to do by hand. And then Black Velvet for the twigs. Color it in with Prairie Grey. And Cake Batter, a little bit up there. It really ties in the yellow in his hat. And then Skeleton Key. Skeleton Key is such a pivotal part of this. And then I've got Crinoline too. You don't need all those colors. You don't. It's just me keeping it real that that's what I did. And you could totally do without some. So you wouldn't need the cake batter for sure. So yeah. Or use acrylics. Or use, those, just anything. Whatever. Don't go out and make any special purchases for stuff that you don't really, you know, want. Ugly.
Hi, Diane.
Okay, whatever I start with, so I'll do like, I'm just making this up, boho, gravel road, cake batter, crinoline, then I'll back the other way. So then it'll go in the reverse order and you end with what you started with. I'm just gonna drop those in water. If you don't dry this, you guys, it starts to get, it'll start turning brown because the next thing I'm using it, oh Pam, you know what, the heat gun is still in the back from last night. I left it out there.
Oh, the heat gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it gets really, you know, really muddy, so you have to dry this. When I go in with cake batter, and I'm not going to do a lot, it's going to look a little bit green, obviously. Blue and yellow make green. So
Just go
all right, so now I'm going to do cake batter. And really what I'd like to do is get the, I'd like to get the thick stuff where the clay has accumulated in the cap. But I also found you can only go to that well so many times before you've used it all. It has to have time to build back up. So I'm just using another one. Oh, no, that one's not gonna work. I have to use the smaller one. Go in there, grab some of that clay, and pull in cake batter. You can also use the DIY paint frosting if you want to make some, you know, some texture, but I just use what's accumulated over time.
Looks like a Van Gogh or a Picasso.
Oh my God.
It's a Picasso right now.
It's really, and I really only want it more on the one side. The more texture, the better. So what I like about these cards and that IOD thing is they bend, so you can skim across the top, you know, and it really just lays that thickness down. And I know I've made a couple of these, so I know I need it in here. Okay, I'm gonna drop that in there. I go back to the cake batter at the end, whether that's the end today or the end next Tuesday. My silicone blades, that's what they're called, silicone blades.
Yep.
Now I dry this. And then I'm going to use a little bit of gravel road. So I and the gravel road I'm going to run more like where planks go. So if you look at this, you can see my planks. There's one there. There's one there. So I want to pull it along where planks would go, just at the top there probably, on the edge. All right, that should be good. Now, got a plate with some white on it.
You're welcome.
The one thing I can't do is dry the white paint on my styrofoam plate. Like, that would just be not real intelligent.
You burn a hole and it would leak all over
Okay,
you.
so now what I really want to do is scrape. So I'm trying not to get a lot on there, and I'm kind of light-handed. And I'm going in both directions. Back with the White Swan. So now I'm just really kind of like scraping, like almost rubbing it on there. And I'm doing striations because that's what my barnwood would do. So I'm just totally running it up and down. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And if I get anything I don't like this may end up being totally fine, but I'll tweak it after. Hoping that I can get some yummy, thick crinoline.
Where's the yummy thickness when you want it?
Okay. I'll let that go. I'm going to actually use that same plate, Pam. Let me see. It's hard to remember which ones I've already pulled the hardened clay out of and which ones I haven't. Raise your hands if you're going to do this with me.
Come on, people. Are you going to do
So
this?
I forgot I got these in. These are silicone 1-inch scraper things. I'm going to use this. I got a dozen of these, but so I'm able to go in and scrape the thickness off the sides of the crinoline. And so the crinoline is mostly over here. And I'm just kind of laying it.
Hand raised. Anna says yes.
Yay!
Brenda says yes. Jessie says yes. Des Hefner
Brenda,
says yes.
did she call us back?
Oh, yeah, Brenda. We're waiting for you to call us back.
We had a little snafu. Inventory snafu.
We left you a message.
All right. I'm going to...
Can't call us now, though.
We're on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, don't call us yet. We're not here. We're here, but we're not here. We busy.
Anything I don't like, I fix.
Just like in life, right?
Well, you know, it's not always possible, but just letting
Yep,
it.
we're on to you. We left you a message.
And we're totally confused because we feel like we should have had the paper in stock, and we have looked like 3 times.
Anna Lee says, "Is crinoline?" Because you said crinoline.
Yes.
So crinoline is a light. Is it a light yellow or more of a beige? What would you call
It's
it?
cream. So as much as I really want to get this background done, you guys, there's no way I can without having my snowman in place. So that might be as far as I can go there. I'm going to take a paint scraper.
I want to watch you use those new ones that you got.
What new ones?
Those scrapey things.
Oh, I did a little bit, but this isn't the best spot for it just yet. And I'm just scraping down to some of that color underneath. Ugh, that noise.
Lisa, you love those noises.
Okay. Now we're going to use skeleton key.
I love me a skeleton key too. Kind of following along with the background on large tags. Oh, that's good.
Oh, very cool.
Joy's following along and doing her own thing. How do you
Okay.
like that?
So now I'm going to take the skeleton key. It goes a lot on our snowman. So I'm just tying it in to the background right now. So vertical and scraping. I have so much texture going on that it's going to bounce like I want it to. Okay.
I know, Joyce, aren't these backgrounds so fun that you can do this and make whatever you want?
Just running a couple of little linear components. Again, trying to make my planks start coming to life a little bit. Coming to life? What the heck
I knew
does that mean?
exactly what you meant, coming to life.
I think I'll do the same down here a little bit.
People in Florida still have those snow up blowmen, in, the blow up snowmen in their yard. And Anna says, "I'm in Texas. I need a little snowman."
Aw.
I know.
Okay. I'm happy with all of that. I really cannot do the bubble wrap now. That's got to wait. So one of the others, secret ingredients, you guys have seen me use it before, is bubble wrap. That's how we get those right there. Bubble wrap. I'm not using that yet. Okay, I need it to dry, and then I'm going to build my snowman. And remember, please, if you just joined, nothing about this is going to look good today. It's going to look like a hot mess. Now, get him right here. Do I have them all? Believe it or not, you guys, I hope you're sitting down. I do not use dark and decrepit on this project.
Ooh, I did not know this as I'm watching you do
You
this.
could though. All right, so here are my snowman parts.
Aw.
So there's my base. And then my second layer, and I cut it out for you guys because I thought that would be helpful.
Thank you for the
helpful for me.
stars.
Thank you so much. Here's his little noggin.
We appreciate it a whole
And
bunch.
then his hat.
Oh, thank you for the stars. You just got even more.
Oh my God, thanks you guys.
Thank you, Chris.
And then the
Deb.
scarf. So
So cute.
that's about where I want him. So you'll see this heavy Bohemian Blue in here. That's going to get covered. This is going to get covered yet. This, I don't know. Really liking this here, but that over here is going to get covered. This I love too. But that's as far as we can go with the background today. So I'm going to give Pam this stuff just to get a little bit of elbow room, if you don't mind.
Yep.
And then we are going to decoupage.
What else?
Oh, this, I was going to do the bubbles, but I decided against it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to pull all of this off. And I know because this is how I designed it that I wanted this to go more toward the bottom. I'm going to use whatever is sitting here, Clear Liquid Patina. The downside of keeping it in these tubes is it starts clogging in the length of the tube.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So, this brush.
Thank
I
you,
did not
Judy.
clean
Yep,
up.
you can watch replay the rest of it. It's
Okay.
actually going to be a two-parter, Judy.
Now, I didn't spray the back of my paper. And what that means is you have to babysit it a little bit more. Not sure what that spot is on there. It's weird. Okay, so we're calling that center.
Oh, Judy said she ordered the kit, so yes, she definitely needs to watch.
It's going right to YouTube too, you guys. Because I thought, yeah, just with changes that have been happening. So it's going to be smooth and you're not going to have wrinkles and bubbles, but it's going to take you a couple of swipes. So like right now, it looks good, but I have to remember to revisit it in, you know, like a minute. And then keep in mind I've got texture under there too.
Did you do the bubble wrap part earlier on this slide? No.
Nope.
Not yet.
I intended on doing it before, back up. I always do it at the end of my projects, but I thought to let you guys do the entire background, I would do it at this point, but I don't want to because I don't want the bubbles to come closer to the snowman than I want them to be, which probably sounds really stupid, but
Nope.
okay, that feels pretty good.
We understood it. That's scary when we understand it.
Yes. So, and I'm doing it right on my project because it's all going to get sealed anyway. So it doesn't matter if I get Clear Liquid Patina.
Do you usually, or do you think about sanding the area under the paper where you're putting it? Would that help at all?
I want the texture, so I want bumps that are supposed to be there. I don't want bumps that are from air bubbles, if that makes sense.
Jesse, the kit
But
is
you
not
could.
the board. It's not the board. Lisa's giving you the
It's
dimensions
not
of the board.
it's a paper bundle with the template.
Yeah, it's just a little template and the paper bundle.
It's because I wanted to keep the paper together and I thought you would want the template. So it was just easier to do it all in one so that I didn't have to worry about, you know, shipping the template or anything like that.
Yep. Gotcha. Jesse says gotcha.
Okay. Now, because this has writing on it, I want the writing to be upside right.
Oh yeah, I probably wouldn't have paid attention and put it on the wrong way.
This feels good. This feels really good. Okay, my hat, I put on an angle.
Carmen says, this is so pretty. Isn't it, Carmen? I don't know if you got to see the end of it, but it's beautiful.
Okay, so just on a little bit of an angle. I also didn't cut mine out exactly on the lines. Everything is a little bit bigger than
Oh, then your
the template.
Your template, gotcha.
Yeah. Let's see, is that going to be okay? I think so.
Maureen K says, wow, I love this, Lisa.
Oh, thank you. So keep in mind, you guys, believe it or not, this is where we end up. So hopefully you can see the colors from the hat underneath. A little bit of the snowman face right there. Little bit of the centerpiece. And a lot bit of the bottom. And all that just saves you time in the long run, believe it or not. So now his scarf. I keep going to put it on this way, and that, although that would work.
They know your stuff turns out
actually,
amazing.
it actually looks really cute like that.
Are you going to put it on the other way?
No,
this time?
no, I'm keeping everything the same. If it ain't broke, right?
Nope. I mean, yep.
So now it just goes over
I'm glad you showed them that, so in case they missed it at the
those
beginning, they
two
could see
sections.
Carmen wants to know if she can share this on her page.
Oh my God, thank you, absolutely. You're the paper queen, girlfriend.
Do you do much with, oh yeah, I guess Carmen would do snowmen there. Never mind, that was silly. I forgot where she's
Yeah,
at.
they get cold.
I know, I forgot.
So here's some other things. I also build this out where I want it in the next step. So if I want the scarf a little wider, like I might want it a little wider over here, I do that in my next step.
Carmen
this
says, I just love this. She just loves it, Lisa.
Thank you. This is really smooth. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to drop that in water, and I'm going to use Big Top. And here's why I'm not using Clear Liquid Patina. In Michigan, Clear Liquid Patina as a top coat takes a long time to dry thoroughly. Big Top dries quickly and thoroughly, and it's always what I use for my intermediate step, without exception. All right, let's see. This is a really crappy. It needs to be soaked. What do I want to use? I'm just going to use. Doesn't matter. I'm talking to myself. So I'm just going to Big Top over all of my snowman pieces. Because I didn't spray seal, you guys, this can cause bubbles. So my pieces were as smooth can be. But putting a water-based product over the top of it reactivates the water-based product underneath, and it's that water that causes your bubbles and wrinkles.
Thank you. We appreciate the sprinkling. Sorry, you got people
Thank you so much. So I just want to keep my eye on that, and I can just smooth them out the same way that I did. You don't want to rub it too aggressively because you can tear your paper. Not that that's the end of the world. So I am pulling in a little bit of the blue from the boho because that's not sealed. That's intentional that I haven't sealed that, the rest of it. But I just want to make sure I don't get bubbles, and it looks pretty darn good. Right there's where texture from paint, so that's good. Look at how I'm just able to go in with my finger even and smooth this out.
Love it.
You could, if you wanted, take a piece of the scarf for the band there, but I made mine. I just painted it in, and I'm really happy with it, the way that it came out. But you absolutely could make it match the scarf.
Thank you, Chris. Whoops, I lost it. Chris Kuhn, thank you for the information, Lisa. My decoupage sometimes bubbles when I put a sealer on top of it.
Oh, let me tell you, the Rust-Oleum matte spray sealer on the back of your paper before you do anything with it is like incredible. And then again before the sealer. Small pieces, it's not going to be as likely to do it, but the bigger pieces, I would not decoupage without doing it. And if I forget, if, you know, Pam will attest to it, I get a little bit freaked out.
Claire says, I also love it at this stage.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's fun. I feel like the scarf is lost a little bit. You know, one of the things that you could do, switch these two sections, because I think the scarf would look really cool on this. But I already had my paper cut, so I didn't. But oh yeah, and it'll look good. Okay, so now how are we on time? I don't need anything. I'm just thinking I can go back in and Mickey Mouse with the background if we're not too late.
You can Mickey Mouse, I think. 4:53. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just going to do a little bit because of this right in here. My white has had a chance to set up. I just had it.
What?
The 1/2-inch palette knife. You know, my favorite palette knife. You guys, you can get these on Amazon. Where was it?
Over here.
Oh, jeez. I must have dropped it.
What's
You can get these on Amazon, not this brand, because I just bought, don't laugh at me, 8 more last night. And they are incredible. So it's something about the going the straight across. So what I'm going to do is take and just go around this area and cover up that boho just a little bit more.
Deb Hubner sent 500 stars. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, thanks you guys. We're hoping that you're really enjoying this. Go a little bit around here. Normally I would do this like as my last step, but since we're doing this in...
I love your tip. Sherry said, best hit tip ever.
Thank
That's
you.
what you get on Tipless Tuesday.
Tipsy
Tipsy-less Tuesday. You
Tipsy-less
still get tips.
I'm just scraping off what's down there, and the palette knife just makes it...
My palette knives are all pointed. I need to get the straight ones, you know.
They sell palette knives in a set. The ones we just got, it's serrated. It's serrated,
no.
and it's okay. That's what I use for the other one. But
no. You have to tell me what palette knives these are so I can get them too.
Yeah, I did because I actually I think it's Liquitex brand. I'm sure you can get them at like the art stores.
Joy just sent stars. Thank you.
You guys,
actually,
thank
Betty,
you.
we're not tipsying today because she's going to go right to a live, to a YouTube, right? So we want to keep it clean.
So I didn't have to edit so much. So I'm just bringing it in and having it make more sense out of that background, not be quite so streaky. And I like that thickness right there. I'm gonna bring a little bit.
Someone just mentioned they saw that you could just spritz the back of your paper with a mister, and that could help prevent some wrinkles and bubbles too.
Huh. That's interesting because I would think the water-based product would cause them. Just getting some of that to blend in.
Oh, Anna says, I need star sending instructions. I can't figure it out. Aw.
There, do I have Crinoline out anywhere, or was I
Yes, you do.
solely?
You moved it. Nope, you moved it. We just moved it out.
Oh, I wasn't working off a plate. The
you must have
stars, I
logged
think,
up
are
there.
right
Up there.
below the oops, upside down.
The
Does
stars
not
are right below what?
the screen? Like there's a picture of a star, and I think that's how you do it.
Dorothy, a fat cat would be cute.
Oh yeah,
Out of these, like the same shape,
Yep.
like a fat cat. Yep.
so many things. All right, I was trying to get some yummy stuff out of. That's just not going to
You're
happen.
not getting any yumminess out of
Nope.
there? Darn it.
There we go.
Oh, I didn't know those other ones were serrated. I feel bad. Oh,
No, you know what? It still was cool. I don't even know where it went. All right, so I really like a heavier amount of crinoline over here. So I'm taking my palette knife again, you guys. Amazon had them. It was totally hard to find. Not getting a set of them. And it says it's a quarter. No, wait a minute. It says it's a 1/2 inch, but I'm assuming it's roughly the same thing.
Does it say it right on your handle?
Well, this is so loved that you would never know.
Find it.
So I'm just bringing some.
Hi,
I don't want
Robin.
it totally off balance.
They're all trying to figure out stars. Yeah, you're all helping each other. You're so
Oh,
good.
you guys are so nice. Do go in here a little bit.
Oh, Denny. Hi from Bulgaria.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Thank you. Love your beautiful job.
Thank you so much. So I'm just getting it to where I've got more balance. So I got heavy crinoline on that side. I don't want to have 0 on this side. And when I do the bubble wrap, it really helps tie it in. I might do just a little bit up here.
Shane said, did I miss a fat cat challenge? No, we were just thinking what else you could do with your shapes.
The pumpkin was just such an inspiration to me that I knew as soon as we were doing it that I had to do a snowman. But you know, that's Michigan for you. I'm going to get this down here just a little bit, and I'm going in the opposite direction. Layer, layer, layer. If I wasn't doing this, you know that noise would be driving me nuts. And this is not the last time I'm visiting my background. So we are going to, we're going to add the wood now.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sherry
here's
just
my
said
bubble wrap, you guys.
Sherry just said this is so cute at this stage as well. You can show them the difference. Oh, geez, Robin, I'm sorry. She's homesick again. Not feeling
Oh
good. Goodness gracious.
no. So if there's something you don't like and it's too like streaky for you, you can take a baby wipe. See, I like that, but I'm gonna show you. Like, you can take a baby wipe and totally get that to blend, so it's not the streaks. So that's just, you know, like whatever floats your boat kind of thing. All right.
Chris wants to know, do you think you could do something like this with napkins? Like decoupaging
Yes,
napkins.
but here's what my fear would be. The same thing with tissue paper. You would have to attach them while your background was totally white, or you're going to get so much bleed through, which is like totally fine, right? But you just want to make sure you do it while your board's totally white and work the background around it. You'll see what I'm going to do in this area, so I'm not worried about that blue at all.
They're all loving it at this stage too. This thing
I'm
looks
using
so
black
cute.
velvet. And you could absolutely just, you know, outline it so it pops out more. So I'm just going in and I'm making the barnwood planks. So I take, this is my tool of choice. I've got some black velvet on my plate. I need to water it down just a hair. So it flows better with a little bit of water. If not, it will jump.
I love
So I'm
it.
just
You
watering
do this
it.
so good.
Pardon?
You do this so good.
Oh, so well, sometimes I get a little bit of bleed, but okay. So now I'm just going to take this and run it along the edge. So here's another little tip. When you're running this along the edge, this can scoochy across and you get a thicker line, so flip it over. So I'm going to actually do it, I'm going to do it this way. Here I'm upside down, hold on.
Don't be upside down, son.
Like this. And then nothing is going to scrape.
Lisa, I'm gonna be upside down.
Let me see here. Okay, so now I've got that. And I don't want it to be a real solid line. So I do want some skipping, but I do want you to be able to somewhat see it.
See,
So I'm just gonna run that down.
you're good at that.
And then I want it to go across somewhere, right? So I'm gonna take and have it go. You have to be careful because you don't want it like right here at his neck. That would look really funny. So you could go on, you don't want to do the middle, but you could do close to the middle, and that's about what I'm gonna do, is do it right here. And then I've got, I would do another one like right here maybe. And then maybe I'm gonna go right there. So the other thing I like to do is make it look like it's, you know, not totally straight across. So pull some of that down a little bit. And
I'm
it looks
always
a little
afraid to
bit
do
more
this, and you do it so
authentic.
good. Get it going straight.
Pam's making one while I'm doing it. It's a,
No, I can't do that. I'm not doing that part. No.
it's not, it's only paint so you can go over it.
I know, but you're just good at it.
And I shake like no tomorrow, so it's kind of crazy. And then I do need to go across somewhere. You may see this, you may not, after I do my bubble wrap. And then you're gonna want to just take and tie that black in a little bit, you know, on your edges, just here and there. And this is weird, it's totally out of order because this is usually what I do very last. Because I'll bring in white and other things, but you just want a little bit. You don't want it to be off balance too much. Okay. So like this right here is crooked. Okay, so the easiest way for me to do this
Aw, thanks for the stars, guys. We love the stars too.
is to bring it down like that. And then what I can do is wait for that first line to dry. It's only paint, right? So I'm waiting for that first line to dry. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of Crinoline.
Tracy says, love this. Yes.
So just a little bit of Crinoline. And voila! Totally fixed.
Yay.